So today's video is going to hopefully be a pretty cool one. Because today I'm at my friend Elijah's house helping him build his first PC.
What sort of time do you call this?
1 o'clock. What sort of time do you call this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Elijah, a few questions first. Have you ever built a PC?
No.
Have you ever watched someone build a PC?
No.
I think first step is obviously probably to make sure we've got everything. I've not actually seen a Ryzen processor in person ever. So I'm having a bit of a nerdgasm at the moment. RAM, bit of wham. You're going to literally have exactly the same drive combination as I've got. Got so much thermal paste you wouldn't believe it. And then we've got a ton of screws, cable ties.
Got a little speaker.
That's the one that goes beep beep. First step is to probably unpack the motherboard. So do you want to do that?
Heck yeah.
So we've got a B350 MSI PC Mate.
Got a PC Mate over here.
PC Mate.
NSI B350.
I'm gonna give you some tips. I'm gonna say this before we get started. In fact, we'll do that first because loads of people forget about that.
Right.
We'd put the I/O shield in the case before we put the motherboard in.
Okay.
So what case is it, by the way? Do we know?
It's called like Dark Soul. I think it was just the cheapest case that I could get.
It's a Dark Soul, but it looks pretty. It looks pretty cool actually. It's got a power supply shroud and everything. Oh, look at this. Ooh.
It's alright, we've got it.
You got it.
Almost. Oh yeah. The way that's edited, you won't know that took a long time.
So we put that in expertly in just a second. It was so easy. Next thing to do is I would close your motherboard box, leave that on your table, and what you want to do is you're going to take that out of the packet, and I would use the box for like a board, a base for your board. So you've got on your board, you've got your RAM slots, you got your CPU socket, you've got your PCIe slots. We should have around here some SATA, and then down here these are called the front panel connectors. So this is where all these plug in up here. CPU is the next step. You want to be very careful with this. So what you want to do is once you've taken that out, this little arm here, this is the retention mechanism. So you want to just pull that towards you, and it should pop up.
Ooh.
There you go.
Where do we put the sticker?
That needs to go right on top of the CPU.
Right on top of the CPU.
Cooler on.
Yeah. Okay.
If you take it off there and you stick it on the front of your case, you actually get like a 10% overclock.
It's like when you put like a sticker on your car, like flames. It's like go faster.
Yeah. On here, on one of these corners, that one there, you can see there's a little triangle, and that lines up with the little triangle on the CPU. So just gently place it in. There you go.
Look at that.
And then you just give it a little wobble, make sure it's fine, and then you push the retention mechanism down. Sweet! The next thing to do would be to get the CPU cooler out of its packet. It's a little while. In fact, I've not actually done one of these, so we might have to look at the instructions.
No, I won't do it.
In fact, you know what?
Yes,
I think I brought this box full of many things, including a gift for Elijah, which isn't a gift because he paid for it.
A paid gift.
Yeah, paid gift.
Thank you very much.
I thought that counts. And then I've also got this. Basically, the reason we've got this is because that motherboard may not have a BIOS on it that supports that CPU. So we need some tools. So these can also be found.
I found one.
Ha! Oh. Do you have any like cups or things that we can put screws in?
I'll have a look.
Yes.
So we got the Welsh Dragon. Very stylish, very Welsh from the valleys. We've got the tomato ketchup, not from the valleys, but
What's is that pickle?
I don't know.
It's not tomato.
Well, yeah, it's not a tomato.
Dubstep.
Dubstep, yeah. That is so 2007. As well, someone in the comments is going to be like, no, actually, dubstep wasn't made until
some other time. You lift the motherboard up, that bracket's going to come off the back. Yeah, that fits. Nice.
A lovely cuppa.
Is there any kind of bracket or anything in there? There isn't, is there?
No, man.
Uh-oh, this might be the first problem.
Can't we use that, bro?
Oh, you know what? Where is it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, thank f***.
Does it matter which way around? It's probably that way.
Right, well, hang on. Let's have a look. Where is the CPU fan header? There it is. So, yeah, I'd put it that way. Line it up, and then once you've got it in line, don't move it. Get the screwdriver, and what you want to do is you want to go this one, this one, this one, this one. Don't tighten them all the way, just tighten it slightly, then move to the next one, and then just keep going round in that pattern until you've got it pretty tight. I just realised I've got a minor flesh wound.
Minor flesh wound?
I'm not sure how
Isn't
that
every
happened.
wound a flesh wound?
I don't know.
Unless it's like a heart wound.
I don't know that.
A broken heart. Yeah.
Thunk. There we go. Like a pro. You know what? I might have just realised that we might need to. It's okay because we can take the fan off this heatsink and swivel it round, but that might get in the way
of the wham.
The wham. So we've only gone for one 8 gig stick, and that's just so we can download some later.
We could just stick it in one of them, although it's probably.
Yeah, it's always best. It's always best to put it in the first slot because you go. If you had a second one, then you'd put it in that because otherwise you won't get dual channel. That's not going to happen.
Oh, let's have a look. Nope, that's not going to fit.
Let's go for the beans.
Beans.
No, the ketchup.
Ketchup.
And then undo all these.
That's too small.
That's what she said. Yeah, it was quite sad actually.
Can't actually get this off because the plastic thing around this is you see the plastic.
Oh yeah.
To keep and screw it. Oh. There we go. Right, and then we just want to swivel.
Swivel it around that way.
Yeah, that's not going in.
Okay. Is it lined up? Right. Let a professional take over. Where's the screw? There's the
there. There, he's a screw.
I actually hate Jimmy Carr.
What's wrong with Jimmy Carr?
I don't hate him, I just don't like him.
There's a difference.
Yes. No, someone at work asked that the other day, like, can you think of anyone who you hate? And I actually can't think of anyone I hate. I could think of people who really piss me off. I can't think of anyone that I have like a passionate hatred for.
Other than myself.
Other than Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just a special case.
Oh, a special case. Special K, I am.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Mainly hate. Elijah, you've officially done better than the last person I built a PC with, my brother, because you actually put the CPU cooler on yourself. He chickened out and made me do it because he didn't want to break his CPU.
Probably because I'm drinking beer at like 10 in the morning, so.
Next step.
Next, man?
Put that wham in there. Is the notch the right way? It lined up with that notch.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
There we go.
Got it. And first time as well.
Got him.
And then you need this. Standoff. Were there any extra standoffs?
Yeah, man.
So you need to install a standoff here. Here. And here.
No, this is not going very well. It's not going in the hole.
It's not going in. It won't fit. Okay, so that was really easy.
Look what we did in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was really easy. We did. It's all sorted. It wasn't any trouble, was it, Elijah?
No,
so easy. Next, you want to really carefully lower your motherboard into the tray. You go in there, and then you need to kind of slide it sideways, but try not to catch it on anything. There we go.
That's it. So we got some big screws. Because the screws we got some big screws, we got some little screws, we got some real small screws.
I think those are the motherboard ones, and these are all for like other stuff.
Miscellaneous purposes.
There's not really any particular order for doing this, but I usually do like that one and then that one.
Right.
Just because then that will hold it in place for you and keep it in line for the rest of the screws.
Yeah.
Okay, so the motherboard is now in the tray. So I think the next thing we want to do is put a power supply in. So you want to stand the case back up.
Guys, if we can get 10,000 likes, I will eat this.
What's that challenge? The like
Tide Pod challenge.
Tide Pod challenge. It's like when I first heard about that, I was kind of like, what is this Tide Pod challenge?
I was eating Tide.
And I was kind of like, I didn't really clock what Tide Pods were. I thought they were for some reason those like berries that you eat and it makes everything taste sweet. So I was kind of like, and then I googled it and I was like, those ones there are for the power supply.
Okay.
So if you want to screw it.
Screw it. There's no screw holes.
No screw holes. There is. You just need to line some up.
No, there isn't.
There isn't. They didn't make this properly. There we go. Oh, look at that. Yes.
So we've mounted the power supply upside down.
It depends on your definition. There's not really an upside down or a downside up. There's or a right upside up.
There
or
is
downside
no
down. Yeah, it's kind of you fit it whichever way you want, really. But seeing as this has got a grid on the bottom for the fan on the power supply to pull air through, we may as well let it have its own supply of air. Right. Oh, the drive cages are on the bottom, so we don't have to look at that ugly hard drive. These ones here, so helpfully are actually labelled. Usually they're not, but that's your CPU power, and that's your motherboard power. You know what?
We probably should have plugged the cables in before.
I didn't even think of that because mine doesn't have a power supply strap. Do you want to make sure you can actually do it, and then we'll do it later because then we've got less cables in the way. Maisie's watching.
Alright, I can do it. I can do it, man.
I think CPU. If you put the CPU power through there.
Yeah.
And then the motherboard power wants to just go through there. If you just plug that in there, so this clip needs to be on that side because it just goes over that notch. So this is the same. It should have a clip on. It should have a clip on one side. If you try and.
Oh, it's gonna be a tight one. That's not gonna go. It's too tight. What if you try and put it through this one?
I guess the next thing is drives. So we'll do the SSD first. Right. Okay.
Right, you want to go down just a tad. There we go, it's perfect, sunshine.
Sweet.
Screw it! Just screw it! Just screw it! It's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I bet that's the best shot.
That's a lovely shot of me just concentrating on screwing this thing in. There we go.
Got it.
Got him!
So let's push it into flicks.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Presuming it goes in here. One.
Yep. There you go. That's him. Oh, you know what? I've just spotted you could have an M.2 SSD.
Whoa, I don't know what that is.
Get one of that is faster, basically, but also more expensive. If you plug that right angle one into the SSD.
Oh, that's annoying.
So you just have to go for that one. It's alright though, because you can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind, exactly. We don't know, can't hurt you. Bada bing, bada boom. Do we want to plug these into the motherboard, I think?
Let's do the fans first,
okay.
And then we'll kind of put them wherever cables aren't.
So, what we hope is going to happen now is that we can plug it in, and it's going to work perfectly fine. You don't have to drive into Derby to go and get the motherboard updated and pay 5 whole British pounds.
I know.
To get the BIOS updated.
Plus parking.
Right. Unfortunately, the power button is on here.
Oh yeah, we've forgotten to do that.
We've got to put the speaker on as well.
Here's an idea. We could look in the motherboard manual and check which pins are for the power, and then we'll just short it with a screwdriver. Don't worry, it's really low voltage.
It's really.
I've never done it before, but I've seen loads of people on YouTube do it, so I'm sure it's fine. For all the millennials out there, this is called an instruction manual, and this is paper.
To be fair, though, we are millennials talking about this, though. So
I don't think it depends who you ask.
Depends who you ask.
Because some people say the millennials you have to have been born before the 90s.
Yeah, then we're both. Oh no.
No.
Well, no, because then what are like we then? Here we go.
We're Generation Y, I think.
Generation
like
Y. I don't know.
Generation
Y.
Y.
Everyone sees and goes fucking hell, why?
Do you want to film that and then
okay.
I'll short the.
We want to turn the power supply on first, though.
I was really hoping you wouldn't notice that because then I was going, oh no, it doesn't work.
Oh no. Okay, here we go.
I can hear.
Oh oh oh
That looks fucking badass.
Oh
that looks so cool.
We've got a light on. That's one of the debug
probably
lights.
Yeah, so has anything come on the monitor?
Nothing's coming on the monitor.
Yeah, this is what I thought was probably going to happen.
This light came on at the top, which says CPU. So
it says CPU.
Yeah, the red light came on.
That makes sense. That's what I thought was probably going to happen.
Yeah. Looks like we're driving to Derby.
Yeah!